I'm going to put my shades on because I look so cool when I've got shades on. Here we go. So we're here again on Broadhaven Beach.
Yeah, it seems like Broadhaven.
We do seem to like Broadhaven Beach every time we do a vlog. I'm going to put it on you because I'm not going to talk much. That's the plan anyhow, I'm not going to talk much. We're here again on Broadhaven Beach. Yeah, we like Broadhaven Beach. It is a very nice beach to get on and swim on, and you can eat chips because chips not just there. And so we're with Makala. So Makala, as most of you, certainly if you're a Bluetit, you will know, is a director at the Bluetit. She's head swim coach. She is a Ironman finisher. She is a solo English Channel swimmer, a relay swimmer, and what else are you? You're
Ice miler.
Oh, that's the one. And actually, that's why we're talking to Makala today, because I want to know about her ice mile. But I'm going to ask you three things. First, I'm going to ask you, what is it you like about swimming? Because you spend, I'd say, 90% of your life wet.
Yeah.
And then we're going to ask about the ice mile, and then we're going to ask about the next challenge that's coming up. So what is it that you like about swimming? Why do you spend so much time in the water?
I don't know. Really. I suppose it's freedom, isn't it? It's free. No, don't know. No clue. Next question.
Well, you've been a swimmer all your life.
Yeah, well,
so
yes.
You were a pool swimmer.
As a child, yeah. My sister was learned how to swim. The pool in Milford opened in '74, and I literally could roll down the hill to go to the pool. And my sister was learning how to swim, and she joined. What I remember, my memory is absolutely shocking, but she joined the swimming squad, and I was like, oh, can I have a go at that?
Older sister?
Older sister, yeah. So she was 2 years older than me. And anyway, we joined, and Bill Ball was the coach. And I hated him and loved him in equal measure.
I know that feeling.
Right, behave. And yeah, so I started swimming, and I was a breaststroker as a kid, really. And I used to, all the strokes I was okay at, but mainly breaststroke. And then I become pretty good at it, really. And then swam for Wales at the age of 12. It was funny because my daughter, I've got my time as a 12-year-old. I was a 1:32 per 100 for breaststroke, and my daughter, who swam obviously like 30 years later, she was exactly the same time at the same age, which is quite bizarre. That's the only time I've got, because it was a paper clipping. So then, and then I started smoking, so I gave up swimming, and I did that, and did that for a lot of years, swimming and smoking and drinking, should I say?
Yeah, living a wild life.
Living a very wild life, yeah. And then moved away from Pembrokeshire, and then I did take it up a little bit again in London and did the London Try, and then I stopped again. Then work took over and all that sort of stuff. And then when I moved back to Pembrokeshire, which I never thought I would do, and I'm really glad I did, I started up again because Jules, who you've met, wanted to do Broadhaven Triathlon. Funny enough, we're back at Broadhaven. And so I did it with her. I bought a bike 7 weeks later, did the triathlon with her. I came last, and I absolutely loved it. And decided then to sign up for Ironman. And
as you do.
Yeah. So I spent a lot more time in the water then, and my stroke was coming back and getting in the pool, but obviously in the sea in a wetsuit and all that, and I really enjoyed it. And the freedom, it is, isn't it? The freedom in the water is just incredible, and especially open water and the buzz you get afterwards. And I just really found a love for it, but I was always scared because I don't like, unlike you, swimming around rocks.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And then when you're swimming along and it's a really clear day and the water's really clear and a cloud comes over, I think, oh my God, there's a monster coming to get me. But the more I swam, and then obviously meeting the Bluetits, I got more used to it, really. And I just love being out in the deep water. The first time you ever took us out in your boat and we went into deep water, I just thought, this is like, because there's nothing to see. And it's just beautiful. You're just free,
So what was it that led you to sign up to do the channel?
As a kid, it was always there. And when I was doing Ironman, John David said to me, I give you 4 years, Gil, and you be doing the channel. And I was like, shut up, because he was a swimmer as well at the same time as me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think so. And he said, because I didn't even get my wetsuit off at that point, because he was the one who told me to get my wetsuit off to sort my muscles out. I was like, you're off your head, no chance. And then, funny enough, I was talking to John this morning, and he said it to me, and then I just went away and just thought, why not? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did the solo, and then you did a relay with us.
Yeah.
Two very different things, same channel, but two
different
very,
things.
very different experiences, because relays obviously spend more time on a boat.
Yeah, definitely.
Which you might think, oh, that's lovely. I get a little rest in between swims.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you decided to do the ice mile many years ago. And for all sorts of reasons, and I say to everybody, an ice mile doesn't just happen overnight. It's about obviously training to swim in water that is under 5 degrees, and in our case here in Pembrokeshire, it's finding a body of water that is under 5 degrees, which is quite tricky, really. And 25 metres or whatever it is, it's supposed to be, minimum length. So, but you've done it.
I did. Yeah.
You went up to Hertfordshire.
Yeah, with
our Jackie Jones.
With our Jackie Jones, she took us up there, and the lovely Leon Fryer was organising it. Really, really good team. And because I've obviously been trying to do it down here, and in the pond.
But we failed
and,
again and again.
Yeah, many. And then when we had the water right, I hadn't done my qualifier the first time, and then the second time we needed. The rules had changed.
The rules had changed.
We didn't know.
So
I just got fed up and thought, sod it, I'm going up there. And Leon had a space, so I went up and did it. And yeah, it's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
But you didn't just become an ice miler, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. What did you become?
I become an iron icer.
An iron ice. And what is an iron ice?
So it's somebody who's done an Ironman and somebody who's done an ice mile. And, excuse me, I become the 20th woman in the world to become one, and the 61st person to become one. But I also become the first Welsh person.
Welsh.
That means so much to me. I got to be honest. The Welsh side of it. It was brilliant.
It was fantastic. It's a lovely thing to be a first of something.
Yeah.
Because there ain't many things out there that you can become first of, really. I'm sure there are lots of things you could become first of, but it's really lovely to be the first Welsh iron ice person.
Person, yeah.
Person, not woman, just person.
Person, yeah. No men have done it.
Fantastic.
I know, yeah.
Fantastic. So did you enjoy it?
I did, as it goes. I really did. I didn't think I would. Because I don't enjoy, same as you, don't enjoy getting into water. We're very similar like that, aren't we? Yeah. We do these challenges because you've done the ice mile. That's why the first conversation I had with you, wasn't it? It was about the ice mile. And you don't enjoy getting in.
No.
And now I'm thinking of going in when you just said just now, I was like, oh, are we going in, are we?
Well, you have been in the water since 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, 9
or
o'clock.
By 9 o'clock, or by a poolside coaching people all day. Saturdays and Sundays are coaching days, which you have a lot of lovely people that you coach now who are getting better and more confident and smiley, and all the chatter in the changing room afterwards is so lovely to hear. People, I've just swum a length, I never thought I'd do that, and I just think that's a really...
That lady did 4 lengths this week.
Oh, did she?
Straight off. Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing, and everybody is at a different stage, aren't they? So
yeah,
you've got your people who have plucked up the courage to come along to a coaching session, and they're going to try and swim their first length, and when they do, it's amazing. Then they might come to their first event and they swim 25 metres or whatever, or 50, and it's amazing. But you have gone through all those levels yourself, and you've done your channels, and you've done your ice mile, and now you've got something else coming, which is up in the north.
Yeah.
What is it that you've got coming next?
I am attempting in July to do the North Channel.
Right, so the North Channel is from where to where?
Ireland to Scotland is the common route.
Oh, where are you going to go? Round Scandinavia?
Yeah, actually I am. I didn't tell you that bit, did I?
Surprise.
No, sorry, my nose is really itching. The normal route is from Ireland to Scotland, but if the wind and the conditions are not perfect for that, or right for that, you go from Scotland to Ireland.
Isn't that better to go from Scotland to Ireland?
I don't think it, I don't know.
No, but
I don't know.
So tell everybody what one of the reasons. So there's people who will say to you, well, it's a similar distance to the English Channel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just slightly longer.
Slightly longer than the English Channel. And so people will say, I'm sure lots of people will say this to you, oh, well, you've done the English Channel, so you're going to smash this, girl, you are.
Yeah.
But
I'm not a smash it type person anyway,
neither,
for sure. I don't even like not that I don't like it, people are really lovely, but smash it to me always means you're going to absolutely beast it, and like you're going to, I don't know, you're going to kill yourself doing it. I'm not that type of person. I just carry on plodding. I just keep going. That's the type of person I am. And it is very lovely that people say things like that to you. But this one is, it's colder than the English Channel for starters.
Yeah, so what a lot fewer people, I mean, I know not many people have swung the English Channel solo in the last 100 years, but a lot less people have swung
the English Channel is like the 3,000 mark solos, and the North Channel is under 300.
Yeah, so why?
Because it's harder. It's colder. The jellyfish are huge.
They're monsters.
They're monsters. And it's a quieter channel, but it's a deeper channel as well. So, like for the English Channel, my qualifier had to be in water and 6 hours in water under 15 and a half. And for the North Channel, it has to be 6 hours in water under 13. So, yeah, cold. And yeah. Well, you say that. You did your relay qualifier in under 13.
I know, and it was nasty, and I didn't want to do it. Yeah, but there's another reason, though. There's another reason why people don't do it on their first attempt or their second attempt or their third attempt, isn't it? When they get to Scotland,
they're trying to get to the wall, because if you're exceptionally lucky, you'll land on a beach. Whereas like the English Channel, lots of people land on the beach or they land on rocks, but the landing is quite hard, and you just have to hit the wall or hit the rocks and then come back. But that last bit is the bit where you've got to dig deep, and by the time you've got there, you're really cold and tired, and the last bit's really hard.
That's why I wondered, would it be more preferable to go from Scotland to Ireland? There's
I don't know.
Beaches in Ireland. Maybe I'm being naive. Yeah. But that's why this one is a bigger challenge than the Channel, because any challenge that you do, you have to, if you don't make it to the end, there's often many reasons why you don't make it to the end. And in your case, particularly, I know it's not because you haven't put the time in training. It'll be the jellyfish or the currents, or it will be that you can't touch the cliff, whatever it is. But it's that one that, any challenge you have to accept, you might not finish.
Yeah.
But this one.
Yeah.
Is a big possibility.
It is, yeah. And there's like the Triple Crown is called in Britain. So you do the English, the North, and the Bristol, and there's also the Seven Oceans. And people tend to leave the North to last because it's the hardest one for many reasons. So the cold, trying to finish it, and all that. So I've spoke to 2 people in the last month who haven't finished the North Channel. One lady twice, and one lady once. And both of them were within 5 kilometres of the finish. And jellyfish was one, cold was another, and then the other lady just didn't really know who she was, so she got pulled out. So yeah, it's a weird, it's a scary one. Yeah.
This one's a tough one physically,
yeah,
but it's also a tough one mentally. Even before, I mean, they all are tough, both physically and mentally. I know that, but this one for you is, like another. It's another level again, isn't it? From the English Channel.
Yeah.
So it's that.
I was naive going into the English Channel. Ross said, you say naive enough to start, stupid enough. No, naive enough to begin, is it? And stupid enough to continue, or something like that. So I was naive going into the English. I knew there was going to be jellyfish, and I knew it was going to be tough physically and mentally. I didn't realise I was going to swim through hundreds and hundreds of jellyfish. It was only a short amount of time, but it was a bugger. It wasn't nice. And when you're like this, trying to get them off your face, and when you're lying there trying to feed, and one stings you, and you end up screaming, it's your whole body's covered. It's really hard. But I knew it was going to finish, and it did. Once I got to the French side, it was fine. But mentally, I had no idea how hard it was going to be. Whereas now, I'm like, ugh.
Oh yes, so now you actually know.
I know.
the mental or what you think is going to happen,
Yeah.
but actually it could be even more mentally challenging because you've got to get to touch that side in
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah. And then barrel jellyfish. I don't know how many of you have seen barrel jellyfish, but they're huge, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they don't sting. They just hurt because it's like swimming into a tyre.
Yeah.
But the jellyfish up in Scotland are that big, and the tentacles can be 10 metres long. So I might not see a jellyfish, but the tentacles might get me. And
You have a spotter, don't you? A jellyfish spotter.
yeah, well, the lovely lady from Ireland, when I spoke to her the other day, she said to me, you have somebody on the boat with a whistle. I said, what for? She said, to tell you the jellyfish are coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah!
Yeah. But before a challenge, when you hear things like that, even though you know that that's absolutely amazing because they're doing that for you,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I didn't know that was
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And then you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, and you think, you can hear whistles.
Yeah.
Well, you will afterwards.
So I'm hoping for that day, no wind,
Yes.
none at all,
Yep.
a really, really hot day,
Yes.
and a couple of hot months leading up to it.
Yes.
So the water's the hottest it can possibly be,
Yeah.
or the warmest, shall I say, but no sunshine.
No.
So the jellyfish will go down.
Jellyfish go down. And lots of dolphins. So that any jellyfish that are there, they can...
Oh, yeah, well, that would be perfect, yeah. That would be great fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I still haven't seen a dolphin yet.
So when are you doing the North Channel?
The North Channel, my window opens on the 2nd of July to the 10th. So a window is, they give you that date as certain tides. So they put you on that tide, and they'll call you the day before or give you an indication the day before and 6 hours before or whatever. They'll tell you whether you go or not. So, but if you get blown out, they call it. So if you can't go in those in that window, then it's over really. So you prepare for it, and you wait and wait and wait, and then it's like, oh, am I going to go? Or am I not? And a friend of mine got blown out of the English last year, which was really sad. But you do all that training, and all that mental preparation, and you might not go.
No.
So
That's the thing of swimming channels, isn't it?
yeah.
They are, well, again, your weather, you've got to go with the weather, and you've got to listen to the pilots, and if the pilot and you're halfway across says, no, this is it, it's not going to happen because the weather's turning, we have to go home, you have to go home.
Yeah.
So you're doing, out of the Ocean 7, all the Ocean 7s, you're doing the most difficult one first.
Why am I doing the Ocean Sevens? Am I?
Well, I was just thinking, if you're doing the most difficult, or one of the most challenging ones, then I don't know. Then it would be daft not to do the others, wouldn't it? Yeah.
If somebody out there wants to sponsor me,
Yeah.
I'd be quite happy.
If somebody would like to sponsor Makala and me as her crew and me.
I have to have 2 people go.
Yeah. Because I'm a great support. I can throw Jaffa cakes really well.
Yeah.
So
And abuse me.
They don't need to come near the boat. I just throw Jaffa cakes like, there you go. 1 for me, 1 for Makala, 1 for me. Oh, she doesn't want 1. Oh, it's 2 for me. So I think you should do them all.
Yeah, honestly, Sean, if I could get sponsorship to do it, I'd do it. Absolutely.
I know you would.
Yeah,
yeah, you
but
would. Well,
it's a very expensive sport.
It is a very expensive sport.
Thought Ironman was expensive, but
yeah. So somebody needs to come forward and sponsor us to go around the world and let Makala swim channels, really, because it's inspirational to women of a certain age.
Wow.
It's inspiration to everybody.
I'll be 57 this year.
Oh, that would be good then, to get it all cracked out by the time you're 65.
By the time I'm 60.
And in a wheelchair.
65 and in a wheelchair.
Well, I mean,
no.
you know, we can't do more than 1 channel a year, can we? Oh, that would be a challenge. 1 after the other, back to back.
Well, the Scottish guy, Andy, didn't he? He's got the record. He did the 7 oceans in 12 months. Amazing swimmer. Yeah, 12 months.
Oh,
That's the record.
that's incredible.
Yeah. And for the times for the British Triple Crown, so that's the North of Bristol and the English, a Welsh lady's also got that record for the fastest amount of times for the 3 combined times. Sian Clement, she's got the fastest time for that.
You'll have to do the Bristol after this one then.
Yeah.
So get the 2 ones over here done before we go off to New Zealand or wherever we're going.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we are then.
So
We've talked enough shit now. We need to go in the sea.
I know. I've done my ice mile now. I don't need to.
So would you do another ice mile?
Yes, I would.
Oh,
absolutely.
No.
I would. I did enjoy. I didn't answer that question, did I? I did enjoy it because the adrenaline was running so fast, and I think, like you took a long time to get it done because of the water, didn't you?
Well, because I couldn't. No, I wasn't ready ever.
But you did it.
I did it. No, I know, but it was mental for me. I was I just kept thinking I was going to die.
Yeah, I was the same.
And I just thought I was being really silly and all of those kind of things. And if I'd had somebody saying, "Come on, you'll be fine. Come on, we'll do it together," or maybe. But I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, I did enjoy it because I was ready. I was ready to get it done, and
yeah, you were ready last year, really.
Yeah.
It was just we had the really crap weather last year, and we just couldn't get our heads around it.
No. And then once it was done, the recovery was completely weird. I'd not had a recovery like that before, because the swimming has never really worried me. Getting the swim done, because you just go numb and things hurt, don't they? And then you can't feel them and all that. But the recovery is the scary thing, because that's when the real fight starts, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And my recovery this time, I felt so sick, dizzy, and the taste in my mouth was vile.
Yeah, you need to take a while training for something as challenging as an ice mile. But even after all that training, yes, the recovery is, it's a challenge in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's a challenge, just getting through all the bloody paperwork, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And when the rules change, just like that.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, they've just changed again for some other people, and I felt so sorry for them because they'd done their ice mile, but they didn't know whether it was going to be verified or not because the rules had changed just after they'd done it. But they hadn't actually registered it, but they're all fine. They're all gone through, which is really good. So, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For chatting to us and for inspiring a nation, Makala Jones.
I don't know about that.
Well, you are inspiring a nation, but what is really lovely that what you're doing, you're inspiring a lot of people around here because you're not just inspiring them, you're actually helping them and encouraging them in your coaching sessions to just get in the water and just be confident in the water and be happy, and that makes a massive difference. It doesn't matter, you don't have to swim channels, you don't have to want to swim channels, you don't have to want to swim in events, you don't have to want to do any of that. But so many people do want to swim.
Yeah.
They sit on a beach, they sit next to a lake or a river and they watch other people, particularly now because there's lots of people doing it, and they look out there and they say, I would really like to do that. And you are helping them do that.
I do love that part of my job.
Yeah, and that is a massive, massive thing to do, is to help people just get in the water. Because you never know. One day they might decide they're going to swim the Bournemouth Mile or whatever it is they want to swim. Whatever it is, they might find the courage. And the one lovely thing about it is it's not age restricted, is it?
No.
Anybody can get in the water. Anybody can learn to swim. You have to learn all these little different little components to your stroke. And then there's also people who say, oh, I never want to swim with my head down. It doesn't matter that you don't want to swim with your head down. You're learning as you swim stronger, whether that's breaststroke, backstroke, whatever. It's learning and it's getting that confidence, isn't it? That you feel okay in the water. You feel good in the water.
Yeah, and most of the time people say, I don't want to do front crawl, I just want to, be a stronger breaststroke or whatever. They say that because they're afraid of doing it. They do secretly want to do it. They always end up wanting to do it because now they're getting confident in the water doing breaststroke. Now it's like, oh, I wonder if I put my head in. Oh, I can't breathe. No, none of us can breathe when our heads are in the water. That's not how it works. We breathe when our heads are out, but it's getting the timing and stuff. So people always end up wanting to do more than they thought they would.
Yeah, I think it's...
Or wish they could do.
It's natural that we limit ourselves as well, isn't it? Oh, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. And then as your confidence grows, you think, oh, well, I'll just pop my head in. Oh, no, I didn't like that very much. Yeah. And then
that's what I'll be saying now.
Slowly. Yeah, no, that's what I'm going to be saying now as well.
My teeth hurt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she says, let's do this now, and so the tide's coming in a bit. But as the tide's coming in, the sun's going down, isn't it? So it's getting colder. But I got a sandwich over there that's got my name on it.
I've just eaten mine. I was starving. I was so hungry, I just inhaled it.
Right.
So,
thank you, Makala.
You're welcome, mate.
Let's go in the water.
No, I'll watch you when you go.
No.
Why?
No, I'm broken. I'm broken.
You did well, though, didn't you? Nice red face.